Album rollouts in hip hop are usually designed to build excitement. Artists preview snippets, announce release dates, promote singles, and slowly build anticipation before the album finally drops. But sometimes things don't go according to plan. Release dates get delayed, track lists constantly change, fans become confused, and what starts as a normal rollout slowly turns into a complete chaos. Over the years, rap has seen several album releases that become almost as famous for that rollout as the music itself. And in some cases, the chaos surrounding these albums completely changed how fans experienced them. In this video, we are looking at chaotic album releases in modern rap history and breaking down exactly what made each rollout so unforgettable. By 2020, Kanye had already built a reputation for unpredictable album rollouts. Projects like The Life of Pablo and Ye had already shown fans that release dates didn't always mean much when it came to Kanye. But with Donda, things reached an entirely different level. The album was first announced in July 2020. At the time, fans expected the project to release within days. Instead, the rollout quickly became confusing. Release dates continuously changed, announcements appeared and disappeared, and months passed without the album actually dropping. Throughout this period, Kanye remained highly active online, frequently posting track lists, ideas, and updates that often changed almost immediately afterwards. But the rollout became even more chaotic in 2021. Instead of simply releasing the album traditionally, Kanye organized massive listening events inside stadiums. The first listening party took at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in Atlanta. Thousands of fans attended while millions watched online. But after the event ended, the album still didn't release. Then something even stranger happened. Reports began circulating that Kanye was temporarily living inside the stadium itself while continuing to work on the album. Images and videos of his small stadium room quickly spread online, turning the rollout into a constant topic of discussion across social media. And this was only the beginning. A second listening event soon followed, featuring major changes to the music and presentation. Songs had been altered, new features appeared, other tracks disappeared entirely. At this point, fans genuinely had no idea what the final album would even sound like anymore. But the most talked about moment came during the third listening event in Chicago. During the performance, Kanye recreated parts of his childhood home inside the stadium. He appeared alongside controversial figures like Marilyn Manson and DaBaby, creating immediate online backlash and debate. Then, near the end of the event, Kanye appeared to set himself on fire before later being lifted into the air above the stadium. Clips from this moment spread everywhere online. By this point, the rollout had become much bigger than just the music. It felt more like a live internet event constantly evolving in real time. And after weeks of delays, listening parties, live streams, and confusion, Donda finally released in August 2021. But even then, the chaos didn't fully stop. Shortly after release, Kanye publicly claimed that Universal had released the album without his approval. This added yet another unexpected twist to an already unpredictable rollout. In the end, Donda became one of the most chaotic album releases hip-hop had ever seen. Not just because of his delays, but because the album rollout itself became an ongoing spectacle followed by millions of people in real time. Few albums created as much internet chaos before release as Playboi Carti's Lotta Red. The album was first teased not long after the success of Die Lit in 2018. At the time, fans expected another release relatively soon. Instead, the rollout stretched across multiple years. During this period, snippets, leaks, and rumors constantly flooded the internet. Entire communities formed online dedicated to tracking unreleased Carti music. Leaked songs spread rapidly across YouTube, SoundCloud, and Discord servers, while fans desperately searched for any possible information about the album. But one of the biggest reasons the rollout became so chaotic was Carti's silence. Unlike many artists, Carti rarely gave direct updates. Instead, fans were left trying to interpret vague tweets, mysterious Instagram posts, and random snippets. This only increased the mystery surrounding the album. As time passed, expectations continued growing. And because the rollout lasted so long, fans began creating unrealistic theories about what the album would sound like. At one point, leaks became so common that many fans believed multiple versions of the album had already existed and been scrapped entirely. The aesthetic surrounding Lotta Red also played a major role in the chaos. Carti adopted a darker vampire-inspired image that quickly spread across social media. Fans copied the style, memes exploded online, and the album slowly became more than just a music release. It became a part of internet culture itself. Then, in late 2020, things suddenly accelerated. Carti began posting more frequently online. Merchandise appeared, features increased, and fans finally believed the album was actually coming. Lotta Red eventually released on Christmas Day in 2020, but even after release, the chaos continued. The album immediately divided listeners. Some fans loved the aggressive experimental sound, others completely hated it. Social media became filled with debates, memes, reaction within hours of this release. And despite the mixed reception at first, public opinion slowly began shifting over time. Songs that were initially mocked eventually became fan favorites, and the album developed a strong cult following. In many ways, Lotta Red became one of the clearest examples of how internet culture can completely transform an album rollout into a years-long event. So both Donda and Lotta Red proved that album releases have changed completely in the internet era. At some point, the rollout stopped being just promotion for the music, it became part of the experience itself. Fans weren't just waiting for albums anymore, they were following live streams, leaks, tweets, rumors, delays, and the internet chaos in real time. And honestly, that chaos is probably one of the reasons people still remember these rollouts so much today. Because even before the albums dropped, the internet had already turned them into events.